Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name is James and today I'll be going through the cards shown throughout the last 7 days. So this week we had Blaster Blade revealed. His first ability is Continuous Vanguard Circle. If you have more rear guards, this unit gets +1 critical. With all the drawing you're getting, this is likely to be achieved, which allows for good early game pressure. This is also really nice for early rush in premium format. He also has Auto Vanguard Circle, Rear Guard Circle when placed, Cost Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row and retire it. A good classic Blaster Blade skill. Royal Paladin have limited retiring, so anything they can get is worthwhile. It's also fairly cheap compared to its previous version. So hopefully you can get Wing Gold behind Blaster Blade on your Vanguard Circle, which would put the column at 23k. So even if your opponent has a grade 3 Vanguard, they're still going to have to guard with 15k shield to guard the initial attack before triggers. Funegal is a grade 2 with Auto Rear Guard Circle. When it attacks a Vanguard and is boosted, cost Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 1. And this unit gets power plus 5000 to the end of the battle. This is quite expensive as we haven't yet seen any countercharging, but from what we can see so far, the soul is quite important for royals, so that soul charge will make a big difference. It's a more expensive cost than Pongal, but at the same time you can use it multiple times. Gigantic Charger is a grade 3 without an imaginary gift marker. He has Auto Vanguard Circle, Rear Guard Circle. When this unit or your other Vanguard is placed, this unit gets plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. This is nothing too special, but you are encouraged to ride more often these days, so you'll get his power up a few times each game. Radical Knight Anil has the same skill as he did before in the start deck of Continuous Rearguard Circle. During the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, this unit gets plus 3000 power, but now he also has a higher base power of 8000. We also get the perfect guards, Flash Shield Assault and Wyvern Knight Barry. They are both grade 0 draw triggers, but at the same time are perfect guards, with Sentinel and Auto Guardian Circle when placed cost discard a card from hand, and one of your units cannot be hit until the end of the battle. So standard perfect guard abilities, being triggers makes them so much better than the old versions as they still get something if they go to the damage zone, and they don't take up precious grade 1 space. Of course this does mean it's going to be annoying if you don't want to run draw triggers, but they'll likely have alternatives to this, maybe still in grade 1 form or as other triggers. Berserk Dragon is a grade 2 with the first skill of Auto Vanguard Circle, Rear Guard Circle when placed, cost Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. And if this unit is on Vanguard Circle, draw a card. This is a slightly better version of Blast Blade skill, but it also has Vanguard Circle, Rear Guard Circle when it attacks a Vanguard. If the number of rear guards is greater than your opponent's, this unit gets plus 3000 power until the end of the battle. A good little power boost. It's not quite the same as Blaster Blade's extra critical, but the draw is great for building up early in the game. Cruel Dragon is a grade 3 with the imaginary gift marker. It has continuous hand during your turn that your opponent's rearguard is retired. You may normal call this card even when your Vanguard is at grade 2 or less. With Berserk Dragon and Nahalem, this will be pretty easy to do and gives you some nice early aggression. It also has Auto Rearguard Circle when its attack hits a Vanguard, cost return this unit to your hand, and Soul Charge 1. This means you can call him at grade 2 and perhaps even get to ride him next turn thanks to his bouncing to hand. It isn't too useful on Vanguard Circle, but it does have the gift marker and it's better than not having a grade 3. The Soul Charge is also going to help Dragonic Overlord and Berserk Dragon a lot. Also to help calling Cruel Dragon, while you're on grade 2 or 1, we have Embodiment of Armor Bar. The skill is Auto Rearguard Circle when placed, cost Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rear guards in the same column as this unit, retire it, and if the number of your rear guards is greater than your opponent's, this unit gets plus 5000 power until the end of turn. This is another reason to try and get more soul charging through Cruel Dragon, and there is some great early game retiring for Kagero in this set, though this may hurt Nova Grappler quite a bit if they don't get much draw power in the set. Lastly for Kagero, we have Dragon Knight Birch. He has Act Rearguard Circle if the number of your opponent's rear guards is 4 or more, cost Counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it, and one of your rear guards gets plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. He only has 6,000 power, but luckily you'll mostly just want him to go into the soul anyway, as not only does it retire something, but it fuels your other retire skills. We also get a little look at a BTO2 card, Jumping Jill. We don't have an official picture yet, but her skill is auto rearguard circle when placed from soul. Cost, choose one of your other rearguards and put it into your soul. Call a card other than grade 2 from your soul to rearguard circle in the back row. This has been restricted to you can't use it in the same premium deck that contains purple trapezist, as you would be able to just make a continuous loop and gain infinite power. Either way, this is still a very nice card, and it's looking good for the future of Pale Moon. There are also a few promo cards, the first one being High Dog Breeder Seirun for Royal Paladin. His skill is auto Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. When placed, one of your High Beast in the same column as this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of turn. This does seem a little weak for a non-place, but you could call him in front of Wingull and then call Blast Blade to replace him to get a 28k power column. It's a bit of a waste of cards, but it does mean your opponent has to use a 20k shield just to go. We have two other promos, but neither of them are standard legal. We have Nova Grappler's Morning Timer. It has auto rearguard circle, retire this unit. At the beginning of your battle phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand all your rearguards. Oddly, this appears to be support for Death Army, or in case you're against Mega Colony, which makes this card very situational, but may be worth running one or two in case you find yourself against Mega Colony. And lastly, we have Imbrian Dragon for Link Joker. It has continuous rearguard circle, generation break 1 during your turn. If your opponent has no rearguards, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. This doesn't only work if your opponent has an empty field, as you can also get this power by locking all of your opponent's rearguards, making this really good against all decks, even Mirage ones. And that is everything for this week. Be sure to check out next week when I'll be going through the card shown throughout the next 7 days. Hopefully we'll get to see some Nova Grappler and Oracle Think Tank then, but I hope to see you next time. Bye!